How are you all tonight? Give me a minute or two. I need to get things redone or get my chat up here. So, although nobody's here yet, Metal's still doing the vomitorium. Okay, so there we go. And we need to share this out. Hey Timothy, how are you tonight? If you please, hit the like and share. We'll grab the link to put in the Discord. Customs After Dark. Okay, there we go. We are shared. We are shared and paired. Oh, I'm just gonna get her a picture of character herself. Some colors. That way it's easier. Sunset. Okay, so there we go. I think there's Metal. Oh, no, John. Hey, John.
Rick!
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So what you doing today?
Well, I'm gonna put the bottom of her feet on.
The bottom of her feet?
Yeah, because I didn't leave myself enough room on the page to have those in, and then I'm going to...
Well, you know what? That's fantastic, because you should never try to squish things to make them fit on a page.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing that, which hopefully shouldn't take too long. Timothy's in the chat and says, wow, that was a funny and strange high noon.
What the hell does Timothy want?
I don't know. What was so funny and strange about high noon this afternoon?
So I'm hiding out. I may have to leave suddenly.
You're hiding out? You're trying to be not seen by your wife or something?
Yeah, I'm trying to be left alone. My babysitter wants me to build a doghouse for her. She ordered some doghouse off of, like, I don't know, IKEA.com or something. It's like in a million pieces. I don't want to deal with it. My wife's like, and then my father-in-law like wants help taking like hay off of the trailer and putting it into underneath the hay barn. I don't want to deal with any of these people.
Let's see, you were there. Yes, I was there, but I didn't find anything particularly strange about I knew. Trevor says, I mean, I guess it was gonna be strange. How do you not know what happened, Rick? Did you find anything strange about High Noon?
Yeah, we had a lot of revelations about the latent homosexuality of your characters.
Oh, that. Or your perception, or whatever you want to call what you were trying to do.
My diagnosis. I took off my professor hat and I put on my stethoscope and I was diagnosing. Oh my god! I got a whole bunch of tools that are out there. They're gonna get all full of moisture. But I can't be outside because if I go outside, then people try to snatch me up and make me do things.
Do they see you? You can't have
it's
anybody.
Like it's almost like living at your mom's house. Like you know how your mom like will see you, and like all of a sudden like just because you're an eye shot, you know what I mean? She'd be like, "Hey, can you grab me this? Hey, can you take this trash out? Hey, can you do this?" You know what I mean? It's like get away from me, God.
It's not quite that bad for me, anyways.
And maybe because I don't see her as often as you see your mom, but like, good lord, like every time I go to visit her, it's like I don't get to sit down. Or if I'm sitting down, then she's not. She's buzzing around doing stuff. You know what I mean? It's like, take it easy. Like I came to visit you. I didn't come here to watch you clean up the house because I'm here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Clean up the house when I'm not here.
Oh yeah, you knew I was coming for like I told you I was coming on Friday. You knew this since Monday. I don't know. So what's new on the Piperverse front? How's the comic going?
Good. Well, I was coloring it this morning, as you know. He sent me a prelude from page 3. It's not done yet. Or
a prelude? Done.
Yeah. I guess you know what the...
Like thumbnails or what?
Yeah, sort of. Here, let me get it. I'll just show it on my browser.
Eagle wants to know, Rick. He's very concerned about your opinion on this. Should he do a serious radio detective show or a stupid adventure radio show that may be funny bad?
Why not both?
It's a lot of time, that's why.
Write both and do them at different times. But can you see this, John?
Yeah, I can see it.
So yeah, he's gonna be putting a bit more into it. Obviously, he said. Well, that's what he said.
I mean, it's all a bunch of just dialogue, right? I don't see a reason why there needs to be backgrounds.
I don't think I'm not sure whether there's a lot of dialogue in this page or not.
They're actively speaking at each other. I don't know.
Or it's very, I think, small dialogue.
Well, I mean, if you look at the panels, right? There's not a lot of room in these panels, even for one bubble of dialogue. The space that I see is right above Toxico when he's shouting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everywhere else, the character fills up almost the entire panel. So there's not a lot of room for like dynamic backgrounds.
Hugo says, so Stupid Adventure starring Rick and John. So,
what?
Timothy says villains need to monologue a little bit, yeah, but this guy's he's not very in depth, at the moment. He's just doing whatever.
Rick, he's another one of your characters you haven't fleshed out yet.
Well, I fleshed out, but he's just coming to
Travis wants to know, why does this guy have kites on his head?
They're his ears.
They do look like kites, and you know that.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Now, like, if you were to give a crayon to, like, a 6-year-old and say, draw a kite, that's exactly what he would draw.
But he's just there to try and destroy the joint, or he wants to take control of it and then ransom the place for money. Otherwise, don't give me the money, I blow the place up.
What? I thought that this place was abandoned.
No, oh no, the building, that he's staying in, but later on in the story, and when he's
so he just wants money.
Yeah.
Is he gonna try to get like reconstructive surgery or something?
No, I don't think so. He's just becoming
a monster.
Yeah, he's becoming an environmental terrorist.
An eco-terrorist? I have one of those in my comic.
He probably says, "I'll, give me the money or else," and then, probably does it anyways. Because he doesn't care about much. But the most that he cares about is his family that he can never see again because, he's grotesque.
Is he like sending money to his family or something?
Yeah, he would send the money to his family and all that. Take very little.
Travis is saying it doesn't make sense. He's an eco-terrorist who threatens to blow up the environment?
Yeah, by eco-terrorist for me, he's trying to destroy the environment, not...
So he's like a bad guy from Captain Planet.
Yeah, I guess so.
All those bad guys have the best names. Forgot what they were. Let me go look them up real quick.
But that's sort of the idea. He's not very in depth of a character. This is going to be obviously his first appearance, and then I don't know when he's appearing next in the Crush.
The main bad guy from Captain Planet is named Luton Plunder. These characters got you beat, Rick. There's Duke Nukem, Captain Pollution, Dr. Blight. Man, this is great.
What? Well, there's a few people here. Maybe people can vote or give their comments on. I'm trying to draw up Snowdrift #1, as you know myself, and I went and got some reference for the Canadian Arctic about where she might be going, and I got a few pictures and I fit them into what would be the frame on Snowdrift #1 where it would go. And I want to see what people think of the pictures, which one they would think I should use as reference.
Are you showing them? I don't see them.
I'm showing the one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna. There's the next one. And those little blobs, if you can see them, are rabbits.
The snow bunnies.
Yeah. Snow hares.
Isn't that what they call white girls?
Arctic hares.
No, Eagle. Captain Planet was great.
So there's a second one that I've grabbed.
I don't understand what these images are for exactly.
Well, the second panel is supposed to be, I say, in the Canadian Arctic. So, I just will show a picture of the Canadian Arctic around where she will be probably having her encampment,
Ah.
So these are, I found, Ellesmere Island. It's big. It looks like it'd be a good place for her to be on. And it makes sense for some other details. So, I went and looked up pictures of Ellesmere Island, and these are pictures that I got. And then, I put them in the frame to figure out what, I would have to draw,
Well, let's see it. Let's see it in the frame.
It is in the frame.
Oh.
See the purple around the edge there?
Where's the first panel?
Right there. I took all that stuff off at the moment. I was just wanting people to focus on the one panel. So yeah, there's the second picture, third picture.
I don't like how that mountain's cut off.
Yeah. You're talking this one. I can move this one a little. This isn't my favorite one either. This one here. Like I said, there's another one right there. There's that one. And then the last.
I like that one. I don't like that one. That was lame.
No,
this turkey.
No, that's another rabbit. Arctic hare. Now, for this, I would make it all white. Make it snowy looking and all that.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Doesn't look very dynamic. That looks dope. That looks like the beacons are lit.
Yeah.
In Gondor.
Yeah. Now I would be taking the person out of this too.
Well, yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one. That's beautiful.
You think that's what I should?
It's imposing, and it's very comic booky.
Hey, Gothic, long time no see. Well, a couple of people that haven't been around in a long time. Gothic tonight, and then it was Twix last night. I think we have Metal. Hey, Metal.
Maple, moose, snow, hockey, politeness, by your powers combined. I am Captain Canada.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
I'm doing great, Metal.
I'm doing great too, because I finally get to eat.
What you eating?
Steak.
You lucky duck.
Yeah, it's nice and red too. Yeah.
Cool.
Ew. Cook that steak.
This cooked.
Put some seasoning on that damn
More.
shit.
Oh, I did put seasoning on it too.
So I was showing off some pictures here for possible using for reference for drawing for panel 2 of page 1 of Snowdrift, and I was getting people's opinions on what they liked the best.
Ooh, Sticky Art is here.
Hey, Sticky, how are you? Again, long time no see. Glad to have you in. How are you? And Gothic as well. So, there's the first one.
Well, Metal, he went through a whole list of images to represent the Canadian Arctic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I picked this one because it looks the most imposing and cold and mountainous,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then
I would probably go with that one too.
there was this one. Again, it's not my favorite. I'd make it more snowy and all that, obviously. And then there was
good. I just made my PFP a skeleton.
Cool.
Profile picture?
It looks like a ghost to me. And then there was this one here I picked,
Rick's trying to put rabbits all over this comic book. We have to stop him.
Oh, are rabbits the new birds?
Yep.
He's trying to get with the trends. I see what he's doing.
This one, and then this is the last one. This is the one with the rabbits. This got more
No, it
rabbits
doesn't
than
look like a skeleton, Sticky. Rick's just half blind and needs new glasses.
Now, I like rabbits, but they don't belong in your book.
See that? So everybody likes this one the most.
Yeah, that one with the that I don't know what it is, a fjord. I don't know, frozen river. It's not going to come across well.
No. This is probably my favorite.
It's just not going to come across well.
This is probably my favorite. This one.
And of course, you would take away those footprints, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't work without the footprints.
And I'd take away the people too. So. And a little bit of a base that's.
It also, I mean, just think about it. You look at this image here, and it just looks like a bunch of lumps. It could be rocks. It could be anything.
Yeah.
It's not dynamic at all. It doesn't look cold. It doesn't look menacing. It doesn't look like an adventure. If you gather.
Yeah.
She's going on an Arctic expedition. Come on, Rick.
Yeah, that's probably going to be more boring than anything. Well,
The problem is to tell the difference.
just like your comic book.
To tell the difference, you have to have color because the Arctic looks like a desert otherwise.
Yeah. A white
Not
desert.
if you have those fantastic jaggedy mountains with snow on them and everything. If you look at those mountains, the ones that I was suggesting, you can even see right there like little pieces of snow that are breaking off. It looks great.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic image.
Like
Yeah.
well, I'm just worried if Rick tries to pull this off, he's going to make it look like sand dunes. So you're really going to have to get in there and try to get some detail, Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, this is what you do. You turn that image black and white. You put it on a layer. You dim it down a little bit. You put another layer on top of it and just trace the mountains.
Yeah.
And
Well,
trace every little detail.
yeah, well, I was going to try and do this old traditional, not so much digital.
You can still trace it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What you do is you make it black and white, you print out the picture, you stick that picture on the outside of a window, and then you go inside, and you put your paper up to that window, and you trace.
Yeah.
Now I know it's going to be dangerous for you because you live on not on the ground floor of your apartment building.
I do have a balcony with glass doors, so.
No. You got to do it right. Get a ladder.
Doesn't have to be one big ladder.
And make sure you take when you're climbing this ladder, make sure you have a sturdy umbrella with you to break your fall.
Or you could pad it with a piece of paper behind it too, and use the light from your computer screen to make a light box or a TV monitor.
Nah, it's too much work. You get a ladder, a 40-foot ladder.
Yes, this is much less work.
I need bigger than a 40-foot ladder, John. I'm on the 6th floor.
You get a 75-foot ladder. And you make sure you play on your phone the Benny Hill soundtrack. Just in case, so people don't bother you with what are you doing. Like, oh, obviously something comical. Looking out for your safety, Rick. Stop drawing this Nazi woman. What are you doing?
Not drawing her. I'm going to be coloring her.
You need to color her in a bad light.
Like he does with every picture.
Mm-hmm. You can't be glorifying the Nazi party, Rick. What is she holding? A bouquet of flowers?
No, she's supposed to be emanating heat.
Is this the flame?
No, this is sunset.
This is Flamer?
Sunset.
Metal, you got pink eye? Oh my
No.
god, Metal got pink eye.
Does it look like I have pink eye?
Yeah.
It's probably the low lighting in here.
Oh man. You look like Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
I just don't like having that light pointed directly at me. There's no like ceiling light in this room. This lamp is the only thing that produces any light other than my computer.
Oh, I see. I don't know. So I mean, Rick's just ignoring his chat. I mean, should we read the chat? I
I've
don't
been
know.
looking at it.
Yeah. You can read the Timothy's like, I can see it now. He crashed through someone's window.
No, the ladder falls backwards and he crashes into the building across the street, their window. And there's like a lady and a guy and they're like having sex and Rick like breaks through the window and like falls on the floor. This is a great movie already.
No, even worse, they're having a dinner party, and the act of somebody falling through the window causes everyone else to break out into an orgy.
Oh no. Or they're having a dinner party and all the guests are commenting on how this neighborhood is so peaceful and quiet.
And then Rick goes through the window.
I don't know about you guys.
What?
We might have to disavow or something.
And then he gets up and starts shaking their hands like, "Hi, I'm Rick. Rick Piper. I live across the street. You should check out my comic books."
Sorry about that. Or I was like, what's that guy? Dean. I forget Dean's name. Damn it.
Yeah,
He says, what I love most about being Dean is the peace and quiet and the respect I receive.
He just happens to have like 20 business cards of that like fat stack he has in his back pocket and just starts handing them out to the people at the dinner party.
Oh no! Rick comes flying through the window, disrespecting this guy's house by comes through the window.
Hey.
And 8,000 business cards fly into the street.
Why would he? Well, he doesn't on it.
Oh, he crashes into some woman's bathroom as she is showering, but she's a big fat lady. Oh, he crashes into some woman's bathroom as she is showering, but yeah, we
Okay,
definitely like the Three Stooges.
now my
Like the one where they're walking down the street. There's like they're holding a ladder that's so long it takes 3 people to carry it.
now my mom's got this on the big TV outside, out in the middle of the big room.
This is a great story. This should be in your Insecto book.
Not.
Well, you could cut out all the dirty parts.
Did you say snot? Oh damn! No, and the jealous husband comes. He's like, right as it happens, he comes home from work because the lady's in bed, and Rick breaks through the window and falls on top of her. And then like the guy comes in with like flowers for his wife. He's like some lumberjack.
It's been out in the Yukon for like 3 months.
Well, he'd be a lumberjack and he
Finally
would be.
returned home for the first day.
he's like he works on an oil rig.
Well, I guess he'd be a lumberjack and he wouldn't be okay.
Man, it's gonna be great.
We found the plot for Dillard's next comic.
On the plot for something. I just don't know what.
Did you know that there's a character in Captain Planet? His name is Duplistus Scum.
Yeah.
Aren't these Captain Planet bad guy names like Captain Pollution and this guy here, Pillage and Plunder, or Pillage? Oh, what's his name? Loot and Plunder,
Yeah, it's Loot and Plunder.
and his brother Pillage Plunder.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't these the type of names that Rick should aspire to for his villains in his comics? Because he's trying to make them golden age and very simple.
I never said golden age. I'm trying to incorporate all the good things of all the ages. Now I know some ages of comics don't really have much good, so.
So what are you trying to do? How are you incorporating the 90s into this woman here?
She goes around trying to take out drug dealers.
The 90s were very anti-drug.
Just like Barbara Bush.
Does she have like her alter ego or whatever, her normal everyday? Does she have like a Dare band on?
I don't think so. She has a quote unquote real name, but I don't think she uses it much.
And the funny thing is that like every now and then when Rick's like at a store or something or buying some stamps, like all of a sudden across the store, like the lumberjack will show up and start chasing him again.
Yeah. And Shinobi, this is my character Sunset.
He'll be like that lumberjack guy that was chasing Pee Wee Herman.
Do you know why Verminous Scum was the best Captain Planet character?
Do I know why what?
Verminous Scum was the best Captain Planet character?
Why?
Because he was played by Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, that makes him the worst Captain Planet character.
Makes him the best.
The best one is Hoggish Greedley.
Yeah, Greeley's pretty good too.
Just because he looks like a guy that I used to go to high school with named Dirty Neck Dennis. I'm gonna tell you right now, Dirty Neck Dennis, his neck was not clean.
Shinobi mentioned Dr. Blight. I liked Dr. Blight.
And he had skin tags on his neck too. Awful. Look at all these windows you got open, Rick. Good God.
Really attractive.
And he would like, I remember he would like, we'd be sitting there at lunch, and he'd be picking at his skin tags on his neck. I'm like, Dennis, you dirty neck bastard, go do that over there. What?
Timothy says, better than the other side of the family, rape and pillage. Yes.
Oh,
That's his second cousin.
twice removed.
Now, I don't know what you guys call it, if you guys have a name for it, but we call them taquitos. You know, when you've been working outside and you got like a lot of oil and the dirt in your hands, and you kind of finger against your hand and it creates a little dirt roll.
Uh-huh.
He used to do that to his neck.
Mm.
He would do it like he would rub like his middle finger on the back of his neck like that, back and forth, and then he would collect a little taquito and then like flick it. Like, dude, these are like gross habits you don't be doing like in public.
Why didn't you call them taquitos?
Because that's how you make a taquito. You roll it up.
I know, but it's because it make me not want to eat that food ever again.
Well, there you go.
I'm going to start associating it with that.
Well, if I had to go through it, so do you.
I guess.
I remember the first time I saw a dog's wiener, I couldn't eat a hot dog for months.
Look like little tubes of lipstick.
It was gross. We were playing basketball, and it was one of those dogs. I don't know. Back in our days, dogs weren't like neutered or anything. And he was over there like humping the. They got like one of those. I don't know if they still even. Do they still sell bean bags?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a bean. It was like a bean bag that was just chilling there on the side of the basketball because we hung out there too. It was a Pardo's house, and they had like 4 boys, so they had cool stuff over there. And the dog was like humping the bean bag, and I was like, "Ew, look at that! What the hell is that?" It grossed me out so much. I think I was like 6, 7. Oh man, that was the worst. I was petting that dog.
My brothers and I used to beat each other with beanbags. You'd like let all the beads get on one end, and you kind of like twist the end like a handle and just start like whacking each other with it.
Oh yeah, you can do some damage. No, it's not my diet plan. I don't even need to go on a diet. Travis is calling me fat, Rick.
That's okay. He is too.
Is it better than calling you late for supper?
Are you calling me fat too?
No. Or maybe, I don't know. I'm fat, so.
Oh, what? You're a fatty? That means that you can call me a fatty?
Yep.
Worse than calling me late for supper. What? Like I'm salivating right here, waiting for my supper. Is that what's going on?
Yep.
No, you're just salivating watching me eat mine.
I'm just gonna start DMing Rick a bunch of pictures of dog wiener.
Guess John would get blocked fast.
In 6 months, Rick's gonna be like 95 pounds.
I wish.
Rick, you eat that many hot dogs?
No. I'm just like 280. That'd be like almost losing 200 pounds in like 6 months.
Everyone wants to know, has
That's a
anyone
severe
seen
weight loss.
Todd?
Timothy wants to know, why would you block John after all the advice and help he has given you?
I don't know. Dog wieners might be crossing the line.
Yeah, that's basically what I was about to say. He's sending me dog wieners.
He doesn't have much of a line, but there it is.
Like, if you were to say, look, dude, why did you block John? Like one of the only, like, acceptable answers would be, like, he was consistently spamming me with dog wieners.
I don't think anyone's going to question that.
They'd be like, okay, I understand. You understand. Like, not just, like, all forms of canines. Wolf,
Hyena,
Chihuahua.
they're weird, messed up ones.
I don't understand.
With the hyena, you don't even know if he's actually sending it from a guy or a girl.
No, I'm a guy. I would be sending it.
No, I mean the hyena.
I know, that was a joke. So, Rick,
Yes.
check your DM.
No.
Come on.
You know,
And then Rick
if I-
never checked a message from John ever again.
I don't think I'm doing it, especially right now on air. Okay.
Eagle wants to know, is John saying he's afraid of all forms of dogs?
What?
I don't know. That's what Eagle asks. But to answer Evan, no, I have not seen Todd. Not since this morning, right before I went to bed. We were in a hangout.
Well, it's dog eat dog world, right?
Oh my god!
Okay, so I did the SS because of sunset, but sunset is one word, so I don't need two S's necessarily.
Well, one thing you could do is you could take the S's and you could cross them over each other.
What? That would be extremely difficult.
It would make a swastika. That was the joke.
What is wrong with her fist? Says Timothy Olsen.
Well, I
I don't
probably
see anything
didn't.
wrong with that fist. The thumb's a little short.
This is just supposed to be heat. She's a heat-based character, so it's supposed to be, blast starting, to.
Well, why don't you just
emanate.
leave it as a sun on her chest? That's it.
You think that's good just the way it is?
It's
Well,
simple.
I think what you should do is you should make her a boob window,
In the shape of a sun.
and then her breast could be two mountains, and then the window could be the sunset.
John, you do know this is supposed to be a Christian comic, right?
I really like that idea. It's a little risque for Rick.
All right, so then why don't you just make follow the line of the cleavage, right? And make that orange, and then you can have a sunset, like an image of a sunset happening right there on her chest.
So,
Here, I'll show you like this. Here, let me share my screen here for a second. Hold on. Oh, I need my stylus.
Oh no!
Got no stylus.
Looks like she has the gout.
Open up a new page. All right. I got it. Here we go. Present a window. Okay, look, right here. Bam. You go.
here.
Say, here's her head, and shoulder. Then you got boobies. Then, what you do is you just go like this. All right, where cleavage would normally be, but the sunset is just here. That's it. It would be like this. Follow the curve. Go click, 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 click. And a little half triangle.
Yeah, but doesn't that look more like an explosion?
Oh, what you do is at about the halfway point is you make some bars that get skinnier and skinnier as it goes down, kind of like those vapor wave sunsets.
Yeah. You make it just round like that. Or if you want to get crazy, you do it like Venom. And then you just go like this. Make these sun rays go all the way around her body.
Timothy, she's facing off in the second issue against Snowdrift. This is a Snowdrift villain.
Okay, I sent you a picture in your DMs of a really cool sunset.
Okay,
Be careful, Rick.
everybody, we're gonna get to see what John sent me. Is everybody ready to see what John sent me? I knew it! I shouldn't have done it!
I told you to be careful, Rick.
Yeah, somehow I knew. I do sort of like that.
Blocked.
You like that picture, didn't you? I got more over here.
Okay.
Blocked.
Ooh, this would be great.
Okay,
The sun
somebody,
rays can actually be a cape. Like
Ooh.
what's that character's name that has that cape like this, like in the lanterns?
Oh, you're, what's her name? She's a villain, the Red Lantern. Actually, it's her wings.
Lee's? Who is it?
Yeah, so,
Man,
Well, that would
dope.
work.
Look at that.
I do. s-
Oh, you're making miracles.
Okay, so let's. Okay, we will erase this old version. I thought we did that.
What? Just damn you, Dillard. My eyes, they burn.
Rick was just going with the mentality of if he has to suffer through it, everybody else on stream has to too.
Yep. I should damn his wife and let his wife know what he did to me.
Luckily, I was looking away eating my steak at the moment.
I'll send this picture right now. With any luck, I'll get some action. Oh my god, I'm so hungry now. I'm looking at Metal Heat.
I've been thinking about this the entire time I was on the vomitorium.
Oh shit! All right, that's it for me. I gotta go.
All right, man.
My wife wants to know if I'm available. I just sent her a picture. She said food's ready, so I get to go eat.
Oh, hey.
Also, you gotta change that dumb mask to match. You gotta make the things go over her head, just like the cape. What are her powers exactly? How does she manifest them?
She doesn't produce flames or anything. It's all like heat blast and all that. She might be able to,
Like Starfire.
yeah, somewhere between Starfire, maybe a little bit of a Firestar.
Her power is that she is a laser pointer. Just slowly heat things up by pointing at it.
Okay, so Cross Comics wants to know: is this one of those male appreciation streams? Timothy says, "I'm afraid he will make it a stretch goal for the Butler campaign. Nothing but dog weed." Look at this. But you know how I know that everybody in this chat is gross? This stream has 7 thumbs up and no dislike.
Now you're just gonna need a picture of like Harrington complaining that he keeps getting pictures of a dog wiener from an anonymous number that he can't track.
That's perfect.
That's just part of Buckler's villainy of the day. Take that, Harrington.
Rick, Cross Comics wants to know: are all you guys boyfriends?
No.
No?
I'm hurt, Rick.
Timothy, can I time out Timothy? Look at what he's writing.
Sheesh. Yeah, you can.
What a scumbag. Cross Comics wants to know, then who is the couple here?
Metal and Diller. No. No.
Me and Metal. I like the twins.
Try.
I can't wait to see this drawing. Apparently, Todd is putting me in his comic book.
Oh yeah.
And he's putting Metal on my shoulders, and we're watching a wrestling match.
I gotta see that. I didn't know that's how he was gonna put us in there. I knew he was putting us both in though.
Double Cross Comics is here, and he says Timothy got what he deserved.
I agree.
All right, so I got to go eat. Hopefully, I can eat very fast, and it doesn't give me too much gas. And then I'll come back here, and I'll help you finish out the show. How does that sound?
Good.
Sounds good to me.
Now, Double Cross Comics is making me and Metal a couple here in the chat.
Well, you know how shippers are.
I'm the darker one, though, because Metal's white.
Well, clearly. I'm like one of the whitest people you know.
I'm the power top in this relationship. That's why I'm walking in front. I make Metal walk behind me on the sidewalk.
No. See, you're giving me a piggyback ride.
I would never do that. I'm not a fan of public displays of affection.
I don't care.
That's why I don't shake hands. All right, I gotta get out of here, Rick. Let me go.
You can go.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And bye-bye, everybody in the chat. I'll see you later.
Okay, so I like John's idea, but
I'm trying to pull it off.
yeah, but I like the idea of actually doing a sunset on and rays emanating. I'm trying to figure out how to make it work. Actually, I should be doing this on a separate layer.
No, Todd's missing. We need to put wanted, well, not wanted posters. No, we can put wanted posters up, but we need to put like missing posters up. He'll say, "Have you seen this, Todd?" He responds to Sleepy. Or if you start listing off the names of comic book artists.
I have to draw this up better, but then
I don't think anybody's going to argue with that record, Timothy. Yeah, he says, I get timed out, but let the record reflect that Dillard was the one who sent you that photo.
true. But the question is, what do you do to punish Dillard for that? Let him not come on the show for a couple days? That's not going to be any sweat off his back, so.
You could punish him by not letting him promote the buckler to the last week of the campaign.
I couldn't do that.
I was like, his punishment is to make him keep coming on the show.
Yeah, but you can't force. Again, you can't force him. It's not like
Yes, you can. All you have to do is convince his wife to force him. She's your number one fan.
Yeah.
No, who are we kidding? She has no power over him.
Yeah. Let's see.
Cross Comics says, I think if this is a Christian-based operation, there wouldn't be so much of this gay thing out in the open. Well, not if you're Protestant, like I'm assuming most people are here. But apparently, if you're Catholic, the Pope is cool with it now. I don't know how that got into it, but Catholics have always been trouble. Oh, guy thing, not gay. I thought he was still talking about the gay stuff. Same answer, though, regardless.
Okay, can I do one less thing over there?
Yeah, you needed an odd number, and you went with even.
Okay, let's see. Release that. Let's go with this. I can work out the details a little bit later. This is getting the new version in.
Well, see, your problem here, because you're trying to go every other, right?
Yeah.
So the problem is, because there's that split right down the middle, it makes it symmetrical.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's never going to not meet in the center.
Oh yeah, I know it's supposed to. Like, as long I can do this, still do the black line, and I don't want mine, it looking. So this stuff needs to go.
Evan asked, "Did you know that Todd hates dogs?"
I guess I don't. I don't even. Do I even need that line in the middle?
No, you don't really need that line in the middle.
Am I coloring on the? Crap.
Wrong layer.
Yeah. That's good.
What layer is this supposed to be on?
This is on the color layer.
Oh, like your flats?
Yeah.
No. Let's grab the grab again. Let's continue this one. Yeah. Now, does that wrap all the way around?
I'm going to assume it does. At this point,
it just, like, meets back up on the other side at about the same spot.
Yeah. That's what I think would make the most sense at this point.
Well, it's a good thing you're keeping the, I guess that's like a burnt orange color, right? Because this hero could very easily, instead of looking like a sunset, look like a rising sun if it was white, because it'd be like a Japanese flag.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, I have to recharge my Walkman. Have a good day, says Cross Comics. Double Cross Comics says, we are the seven dwarfs of Canada Cross Comics. I still think it's missing something. I just don't know what.
Well, we know the boob window is out of the question. So I'm at a loss.
Yeah. I like what the change. Just trying to think what can be done. Color-wise or design-wise. The only other thing I could think of, let's see. Let's create another layer. Select.
Oh, that's right. I need to edit the vomitorium. Luckily, it'll be easy because I remembered to hit the record button today when we started and ended. So I don't even have to trim it down. I just have to fade the volume in and out at the beginning and end,
No.
and then turn it to an audio file, and we're good.
Let's go. Create copy.
I think Double Cross Comic just played his hand.
Okay,
He said, I'm going to go work on a radio script.
so let's what about that? And if I did it for the red, created a gradient.
Maybe. I don't know. I think you'd probably want to go with a curved gradient, wouldn't you? Yeah, there should be a circular one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Maybe not that big. Ooh, why does it keep going back and forth?
Probably do not repeat there. Let's see what it does when I say do not repeat.
That's a bit better.
And if we create it.
Oh no. Rick, I think I'm going to have to sit down with you someday and help you make some better gradients.
Yeah, well, I'm making these ones on the fly, and I just use most of the pre-established ones.
Yeah.
Some are good, some are eh.
I always make all my own gradients.
Now let's do the same thing with this.
Well, that's good. Oh, he doesn't have a wrench? Why
Well,
does he don't have a wrench? I should fix that. Yeah, we'll go fix that. Anyway, actually, we're live. It's that time.
some shift.
Good. Actually, much better, I think.
Yeah, the uniform looks better, says Timothy.
Talking about cooking. What's cooking? Sometimes when things seem down,
Repeat, reverse, not draw. Let's see what Notjaw does.
Waiting to hear the rest of this statement from Evan.
I look to good Christian based comic channels. Not really getting I think I need to change the last one in this.
And I ask, why has Todd forsaken me?
Okay, let's come back here. Grab the yellows again.
Evan, is this still about your dog?
Is his dog gone?
No, his dog is around. It's not gone.
Okay, so let's. So let's see what happens when we use it.
Oh, you thought I said ingredients. No, I said gradients. As in a pattern that gradiates from one color to another. Or sometimes multiple.
That's not too bad. He says, "Ooh." Crap! I did that on that layer again. That doesn't matter really.
Oh, you in Dragon Ball? Next time on the Fox Tours.
The gradients work, but not like I would like. I know what that is. I get it now. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a really stark burst in the middle. But the way you're doing your gradient, I don't know if you can't not do it that way.
I could put probably more points in. I'm just. I'm just trying to. I just, because I want to just get the idea quickly. And okay, we have this one line. Maybe I just need it to. So let's. You know what? I'm gonna use a slightly different red than I use for the rest of the costume. Let's see how I like it. I'm not trying to be precise here, I'm just trying to be quick. And we'll do the same for the yellow. Do a slightly darker yellow than we had before.
He says, you might need to have me show you some ideas. Well, I'm eating. What do I look like, John Dillard?
Hey, John's done eating too, so. Yes, I guess you do look like John then. But then again,
So, does you have a partner named Sunrise?
No, although I could do it. But she's more. She names her self more Sunset because she's gonna make the sunset on people's lives or the drug dealers.
Oh, I thought it was because she was old and senile. So as the sun sets, she starts losing her faculties.
That looks a lot better. What do you think, Metal?
You jump over and see it live instead of the chat. Yeah.
Oh. We hope not, Metal. Laugh out loud.
The only thing I would say to change, if you're going to go all the way down like that, is to move the
This one here.
furthest yellow band. Yeah.
What?
The yellow band, yeah, to the furthest. Down a little more. And widen the red. Because you see where it's meeting, you have this line going across, right?
Yeah,
And
well, this second line, second line's not going to be there.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, but you can use it as a guide point, right? So you see how the yellow band that's closest to the camera kind of comes right across that line, right? Where it meets the boob. There's like an intersect there. But then the other one point would be way higher on the opposite side. It should be coming down some.
Yeah, I don't think I know exactly what you need. Okay, so this one here?
Yeah, well, that one's good. But you see the one that's reflected opposite of that, right?
This one?
Yeah.
So
it's a bit too high.
Yeah.
Room for the red in between there, so you need to lower that a bit.
I gotta figure
it's
out
not symmetrical.
Yeah.
Oh, Elric's here.
Hey, Elric, how are you? So about with that, probably, right?
Yeah, I would say it's probably going to be like close to halfway down the boob. Yeah. Especially when you consider that from this angle, you're not even, it's curving around, so you're not even seeing the entirety of that breast.
Then this one then this line I think is up more, or that line is down more. But yeah, to get it symmetrical. Of course, this is just, all me just
Rough. Yeah.
trying to figure out the new look. See, I'm not. People think I'm rigid in certain things, I realize I created that whole sunset mode, sun and the SS, 30 years ago. Some things I've easily changed on.
Yeah. Well, also, Greg, if you were to go back to even like when I started interacting with you,
Yeah.
you were a lot more rigid than you are now. You've loosened up a bit.
Well, I think it depends on the character.
Well, I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certain characters I completely understand why you wouldn't be loose at all with. Ship character, once you do get a design down, you don't really want to change it.
Okay, so.
Thank God for a mute toggle. You almost had to hear me sneeze really loud.
Ulrich says, also, I'd like to watch a game session to see how this RPG plays.
I mean, if you want. But as far as the player understands, it's not that entirely different from playing D&D. Most of the alternative setup and everything on that changes is on me as the GM. From a player, you're basically moving your character. When your turn is in the order, you go when it's your turn. And if you choose to do a move that... in this game, they have things called slow moves. So if you choose to do one of those, it'll have like a countdown add on there. And I just adjust where your turn is in the order.
I was going to say, Elric, do you remember when we did it the D&D on Dillerts a year or so back? Or maybe a little bit more, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I like Vampire the Masquerade. He says, because I've seen a few games of Vampire the Masquerade and it has really weird rules. Good game. Well, it used to be. A lot of these newer games are their latest editions are getting ruined. But it is definitely a weird rule set if you're used to more like traditional D&D and stuff.
But I could be wrong, but this is going to be very similar to that thing that we did for D&D on Dillerts like a year or so ago.
Yeah. There's some things that are easier because it's more like it's Final Fantasy, right? So,
yeah.
And if you are a spellcaster, you don't have to worry about resources of like, I can only use this many of this level spell between rests. The only resource you have to worry about is basically mana, or MP as they call it in this game, your magic points, which you can always top back up with elixirs and ethers and stuff. If you have enough MP, you can use any level spell you have available to you. Oh, we're going to be... Well, you don't have to be on video, but we are going to be in voice chat. A lot of the stuff is text, like the die you can use the chat for. It has its own digital die in the system. You can move your character across the board. I should do that today. I've been drawing a lot of totems along with the maps. I need to make a totem for Timothy's character. So I'm assuming he's just, based on the image he sent me, it's going to be identical to the remake version of the Final Fantasy 1 Thief.
Yeah, The only thing that's going to be shown, I believe, on screen while we're playing is just the roll 20, roll 20 die thing. That's all I'm.
We're going to be on voice chat when we're playing it.
Yeah, everybody will be able to hear our voice, but other than the only thing people will see is what's ever coming across from the roll 20.
We will basically be in a video/voice chat room. There is the Roll20 thing that we'll be using, but it's mostly just for the map. Most of the math and mechanics and stuff I will be doing via calculator and stuff.
Ulrich says, so close to the D&D rules. Okay, but if I decide to join later in the game, can I...
There's room. If you come too late and the slot gets filled, maybe not.
Yeah, I think the worst part about coming late, or however you want to say it, is you will be down in experience and all that compared to the rest of us.
Well, there's a system for rolling an experienced character. And if we want somebody to come in and have fun, we would just give them, like, whatever the average level of the team is, right?
Yeah. I think...
The problem is, like I've said before, I have the game balanced to 4 to 6 people in a team.
Yeah.
We could do more than that. And it may not be a problem with this team, because it seems like most people are just trying to screw each other over anyway, so where is the balance, right? But if people do play together, then it's going to be hard for me to balance in mobs and stuff afterwards, if we have too many people.
We're going to probably be in Meet, and I'll probably be pushing it through my Discord, so I'll only be showing the browser. And people in the chat, if you have your camera on, people in the Meet might be able to see you, but you don't have to put your camera on in that.
Yeah, we just need the voice. We can't have literally anyone more than Eagle being using text. I was even hesitant to let Eagle use text, but we can get by with just one. And he kind of stole that slot from anyone else.
Elric says, I like to play as a team. I just like to cause mayhem for the group. Timothy says, well, since Rick did not see my apology for my crude sense of humor, I decided to message him on Twitter. Well, I didn't see it, you're right, and I accept your apology, but we all here seem to have a little bit of a crude sense of humor, so...
Oh, mine is actually really bad. You don't even hear half of it. Intentionally. I try to refrain as much as I can. It's hard. That's another reason why I was wondering if you even wanted this on your channel that we're about to play, because in small groups, some of us can be fairly good on your channel. But this is going to be a larger group where people are going to get in the heat of it.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows to try, you know. Obviously, I know stuff's going to probably slip out the odd time.
Slip with Dillard? That might be an understatement. But I have been redirecting everybody over here. Telling them the schedule, so... As long as it's still golden, We're doing it.
Did I? Okay, yeah, I need to put this one on too. Okay, I think we can deal with that like that. Do. Make the brush a little smaller.
Elric said in one game session, I caused an entire city to go crazy due to the stupidity powered changelings my party was. Overpowered. Okay, stupidly overpowered, I think is what he meant, not stupidity. Saturday is Halloween. I did not know that when we scheduled it.
Yeah. And then, of course, at 10 o'clock that night, we're on my Discord, I'm going to be watching Fast and the Furious 8. If anybody wants to.
You know, I know you've been going through Fast and the Furious, but you think because it's Halloween, you'd be pushing 8 back just to watch like a Halloween movie.
Yeah, I guess I could. I'm just not sure what anybody wants.
No, I you don't even have to, man. The TVs have been putting too much Halloween stuff on. I think
Well,
Hocus Pocus is on every other day.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Friday, I know you're not interested in this. I'm gonna watch, what's the name of it? The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1, Friday afternoon sometime. I'll probably try for like 3 or something like that. My time. For anybody that wants...
Elric. I know this. And I tried telling this too. But I don't think anybody in the group could last a 4-hour session.
Well, we did like 3 or 4 hour sessions on John's version. And I wouldn't care so much.
Oh, dude, I love long sessions. But I looking at most of the group though together, I think even John's like we're not doing long sessions, right?
Yeah,
and
I know. Evan doesn't want long. Evan's like best at two. Evan's best like 2 hours, I think. It's not doesn't want to go more than 2 hours. Timothy says how about a few bad horror movies? We are doing on Sunday Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Just technically a horror movie, yeah. It's a sci-fi thriller horror.
I've been.
Ooh, and that would be rough too if we started at the same time and went 4 hours. Because that would mean not only would I have to close out immediately, but I would also have to literally be prepped with my OBS to start the vomitorium the second I get out.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, I could always push it back to Sunday. That's another option.
Yeah.
I've done vomitorium Sunday before.
Yeah, well, there is that option, but I don't think you would have to because you're not going to have to worry about anything on OBS except for I'm the only one going to have to worry about OBS.
Yeah, but I still have to be in the session the whole time because I'm the one doing the game master stuff.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, that's not what
until you close the session out.
Yeah. Well, what I mean is you could have OBS already set up for the vomitorium, no problem.
Yeah, but at best I'm still probably going to be a minute late because then I have to hop into Discord and do all the setup stuff.
Yeah.
Right? There's other setup stuff than just having.
Elric says, try to see if you can watch Stay Alive, the movie. It's about a killer video game.
Oh, I've seen Stay Alive.
Is it a bad movie or?
It's not like a bad movie in which it's like so bad you have to watch it. It's kind of just dull. Because that's the one, yeah, with Frankie Muniz. I remember watching this one. So, like, I can even tell you the plot right here. It's been a while since I've watched it. But, like, there was, like, this witch that got killed. And there was, like, a summoning thing for her. And they found this book. And they were like, hey, let's include this ritual in the opening. More realistic. And everybody has to read it. But basically, by reading it, it's like a terms of service for this witch's curse. And if you die in the game, you die in real life. And at some point, they decide, hey, I'm just not going to play the game anymore. But because they live in the actual town that she lived in, where they're demoing this game, the game starts playing itself, mimicking their actions in real life. So then the witch basically starts hunting them down.
Okay, did I mess this up again?
Like, it's an okay plot. It's a dumb movie.
Yeah, I messed this up again in the damn lines. I hate that. Okay, so. It's a dumb, fun movie, says Elric.
Like, I wouldn't even say it's that bad either, right? It's just kind of like average. Like, I would, if it was on TV, I wouldn't tell people not to watch it.
Okay, that looks about right now.
Oh, there you are. That's a lot closer to where those lines should be. That's just about right.
So everybody, now the thing is, I'm gonna have to remember that I did this. Redesigned.
Yeah, I muted myself to sneeze again, but nothing came out. Did you hate that? Like when you feel like you gotta sneeze and then just like stops?
Yeah.
Because the worst part is, you feel it's still there, so it just sneaks up on you.
Timothy says, "Calm down, Rick." Okay, so now I need to bring this up to get the new yellow.
Subscribe if you haven't, please. I agree.
Yes.
I think your mom has a point there. People should subscribe if they haven't, please.
No.
Not that I think there's anybody watching who hasn't subscribed.
Yeah. Oh, and although I still got to color them, there's and put the rest of his boots in here. There's my player.
Oh, let me tab over. Yeah.
There's There's my chocobo. I kind of move him over and try and put in the rest of his tail. And I'm going to probably move him over and do a little bit more of his wings and finish off this one sword and his foot. For the Esper, my ally.
Your ally.
Yeah, I decided to I made the symbol for my ally there. Well, actually, technically, I made the thing on there, the chocobo. I'm like, okay, how do I, brand my chocobo that is mine? Although that's part of the harness, but. So then I ended up putting it on thing and adding a flame around it. So then I went back when I was doing mine. I put it on as a symbol for my character. I thought people just might like to see that quick. Or more accurately show you. And hopefully I can get that all colored in tomorrow and get that to you. Because for the chocobo and for the thing, I have a little bit more time for the Esper because, like you said, I'm not going to be using him for a session, so.
Ooh. Thank you, Chad. Yeah, he always sends stuff for us in the Vomitorium server, like news articles or just things that are interesting to what we talk about.
Yeah.
And you just sent this Reddit post where it's you're now sharing your eShop data through Google Analytics, and you can actually go into your eShop preferences. eShop is Nintendo's online store for their game system, and you could turn it off, which I'm definitely going to do because I don't want Google Analytics getting the information on the games I browse or purchase.
Yeah. I can see why. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back over a few spots. Although I know it's not quite colored in, everybody. What do everybody think of the new look, color scheme for Sunset? Canadian ghettos, says Timothy for something.
Well, I'll tell you, it's definitely it stands out more than just having that little sun on her chest.
Yeah. All right, Cross. What did you do this time? I hear sirens. I did nothing. I see nothing. I hear nothing. I know nothing.
Also, I think Marsupial died.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We were on stream. He went to go use the restroom.
And he never came back?
No, he came back and he had his camera on, but his mic muted for like a minute, and then he turned his camera off, and then he was still in the call, but he just never came back on stream.
Okay.
And Dillard even showed up too, and he still just never came back. for like a good, I don't know, hour of the stream almost.
Well, maybe something happened to his stuff where he didn't show or whatever.
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Alex says, I think she's starved to death. Yeah, so. It almost makes me want to change the other red and yellows to that. Those.
Oh, the toilet ate him.
I
I don't know if the toilet ate him. He came back from the restroom. This character's hair isn't red, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good.
I think I
I'll
get.
say, even though the design is different, she would look way too much like Firestar if her hair was red.
Yeah, I think I got it in her bio. I could be wrong. Go on my website. Eyes are red, but her hair is blonde.
Okay.
Wait, if Cross can teleport through mirrors, why can't he just come to America and hang out? Because I don't. Go ahead.
I was saying, because you don't have control over it. Elric would have to be the one that goes into the mirror and says your name 5 times. Right? That's how, like, the Bloody Mary thing works, right?
No. I was just going to say, because I don't want to.
And then you'd be reliant on, like, letting your mom know when you wanted to come back, and then she'd have to go into the bathroom, or just any mirror, and then say Piper 5 times herself. And, this, it'd be a quick way to travel, but it's such a hassle having to rely on other people.
Yeah.
I laugh if Elric actually just left and sat in the mirror and you didn't show up and is going to complain about it.
What? But, yeah, but why would not Metal say it if he lives in a free state?
For now, too many Californians coming over here voting stupidly.
I like the states and the fact that you guys got Trump. We need to get our own version of Trump here in Canada. But I like living in Canada better.
Well, you just said to hang out. You know, like if you had somebody back over there call you back, it'd only be a temporary thing.
Yeah. Heck, I did, I spent a week and a half in the States once.
Uh,
I took 3 days, I traveled on the bus 3 days to California, LA, and then I traveled 3 days back, and I was there for 3 or 4 days in California.
See, I actually don't agree with the 10-year thing, Elric, because he says you guys really need to implement a law forbidding Californians from voting if they move to your state for 10 years. I'd be fine with saying you couldn't vote on state-based issues for a year, or even just a minimum of 6 months, because honestly, there's people lived here their whole lifetime that doesn't have a grasp of the issues. And there could be people who move here and they get a grasp of it within the first week that they get here, just because they did
Research.
Yeah, but I think it's a safer bet that somebody who's lived there for already a year understands the area's needs more than somebody who just moved there. And I mean, really understands, right? Not just because you did research, but you kind of get to know the community and you get a feel for their needs. You don't need people who just like show up immediately and then start be like, "No, this is the way things should be." Rick, I would not listen to Dillard.
What?
He says, "Hey, Rick, check your DMs."
I ain't checked my DMs from Dillard for at least a week. There's his punishment. But is that a punishment to John?
It's kind of a punishment to you, because what if he actually does have something juicy to send you? You have to do it through like a third party.
Then again, he might end up putting it in a certain other spot. Although now that might give him ideas when he's saying it. Crap.
Yeah, but you can always just, block him from that group.
Can I? Well,
I think you can block individual people from a group.
Yeah, but he's already in it, so I'd have to block him and then unblock him to get him kicked out of the group.
He says that sunset outfit looks awful. You took a good idea and pipered it. I think it's because it doesn't have your cape, for the most part. And also probably the fact that it goes all the way down under the breast and doesn't just follow the curve of it.
Or did he see the whole thing, or? Because I wasn't sure whether he was here to see the whole thing when I showed it, or was he watching on some device and thing? Hey Larry, how are you? Oh no. Oh, I don't know. I've got to take care of the first one before I worry about that. I don't know what that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Tim was asking him if he has any plans to top his last campaign with the next one. John, I don't think Elric does shows anymore. Unless he's finally started back up again.
Who? Elric?
Well, he was asking Larry if he could go on a show and promote the Buckler, and then he said, Elric, you too.
No.
Unless you mean you want Elric to go on the show with you to help you promote the buckler. I'm sure he could be a good wingman. All you have to do is show him that sexy lady that runs the front counter at the bait shop, and he'll be able to talk up a storm.
Yeah, Elric doesn't have any videos on his channel anymore. He took them all down. Because I was trying to show or let Metal hear his voice, and I had to go find.
Despite my level of protest.
I had to go find one of my videos with it.
I mean, the offhand comment is like, I don't even think I've ever heard Elric talk. But if he does join, I guess I will soon. And then Rick decided he was on a mission to go and find a video that Elric was in.
Well, I tried his channel first to make it easy, and then it's like, okay, now then it's like, I almost gave up. And then I found out when he joined my channel, which then I knew he'd be on one of my streams right around then.
It seems everybody here is convinced that Elric has a new show except for Elric. So, I'm going to go with the crowd and am also convinced that Elric has a new show.
Okay. Elric says I don't do shows. Yeah, he doesn't do shows. He doesn't even do videos. He was going to go over to Twitch or whatever, but he hasn't switched over yet.
Elric said he was considering. He hasn't, actually decided whether he's going to jump in the pool or not. Just kind of like dipping his toes in the water.
Oh, wow, it's midnight.
No, it's not. It's only 11.
Okay, it's midnight for me?
If you say so. Not sure I believe you, though.
Oh, okay, it's 11:59. So I didn't get quite finished the coloring, mainly due to redoing her thing, her costume, which I like. What I did. Metal, you want to promote? Here, or actually, let me switch it so people can see you.
No, yeah, that's right. I'm on camera. I can wave.
There you go.
Normally, I would direct people over to xdynamuschaos.com, which you can still go. I will not turn you away from checking out my website, but I just want to keep reminding people that we do have a show coming up on Saturday where a lot of the people that you usually see on this channel will be playing a tabletop RPG together over the internet. Based on Final Fantasy, we're going to have a very swell time.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be better if you're there.
Yes, it will. And for people, I am going to be one of the people playing. It's going to be on this channel at 3 p.m. And there is what my character is going to look like. And my chocobo. I have a flying black chocobo. That I can Get on. I ain't gonna say anymore. Anybody will say get on the wrong way. So we'll catch. Thanks, Metal and Diller, for coming on the panel. Thanks everybody in the chat for stopping by. Remember to come by tomorrow afternoon. It's supposed to be biblical stories. So me trying to draw some biblical story. I didn't finish David, so maybe I will finish David, or maybe I'll do somebody else. So
Ziller says, "Do not give me any credit for whatever that redesign is, whatsoever for that redesign. No,
okay.
None at all. You don't want any of it."
Okay, so we'll catch everybody later. Bye for now. God bless. Have a great day.